What's going on, guys? Today we'll be ranking the most powerful characters in Phase 1 of the MCU. See on the left there, my tier list consists of 6 tiers: Human, Peak Human, Warriors, Elite Warriors, Team Destroyers, and the most powerful character in Phase 1. The people on the left of the tier list are more likely to beat the people on the right. I'll be using the strongest version of each character that is shown in Phase 1. For example, I'll be using Mark 7 Iron Man to represent Iron Man, so the suit he had in Avengers Assemble. Won't be ranking Stan Lee because he would just be the most powerful character in every tier list. Rip the goat. Please like and subscribe, and let's get straight into the video. The human tier is the lowest tier on this list. Starting us off at the bottom is Armin Zolo. He represents a below average human. He's able to create incredible tech, but without prep time he's useless physically and sits at the bottom of this tier. Next up is Samuel Stearns, aka Mr. Blue, aka the leader. We haven't seen much from him in The Incredible Hulk, but we will probably see him in Captain America Brave New World. He represents an average human physically and will probably beat Armin Zola in a physical battle. Justin Hammer is next. He has no real combat feat but has access to many OP weapons. He's basically an evil version of Tony Stark. Hammer created a line of man suits that were supposed to replace Iron Man but failed and needed Ivan Vanko to improve them. He's a coward, but he has access to OP weapons. This is why I put him higher than someone like Samuel Stern. Thaddeus Ross is next. He worked in the United States Army and led a manhunt on Bruce Banner. He has years of combat experience and will likely take down anybody below him due to his combat experience. In Phase 1 he didn't have his Red Hulk powers, so I will not be counting them. He represents somebody who has a decent amount of combat experience and knows how to use a weapon properly. Happy Hogan the GOAT is next up. Due to his age, I think he'll be able to take down Thaddeus Ross. He was able to take down a large guard in a tough battle, showing that he is above a regular human. But he easily got destroyed by Black Widow in Iron Man 2. Maria Hill is next. She's an elite level SHIELD agent and was able to make Hawkeye run away. And she was able to take down multiple fodder humans. She's an expert marksman and combatant also. Phil Coulson was a highly decorated SHIELD agent and Nick Fury's right-hand man. He's a higher rank than Maria Hill in Avengers Assemble, and this is why I think he would beat her in a tough battle. He ultimately died at the hands of Loki, but he was able to shoot him with the Destroyer gun. He was obviously revived for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I will not be counting any of his feats in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. due to the TV show not being in Phase 1. Free Serum Bucky Barnes is next. We are shown Bucky with the serum in Captain America Winter Soldier, which is Phase 2, so will not be counted. Bucky without the serum was able to beat up an average looking man and take down many Hydra soldiers. Peak Human tier. These are humans that can far exceed what a human is capable of. Nick Fury is at the bottom of this tier. He was basically the creator of the Avengers. He is highly skilled in combat and a great marksman. Peggy Carter is next. She casually broke a trained US Army soldier's nose. She also beat a Hydra flamethrower guy that Captain America was having trouble with. She was also one of the founders of S.H.I.E.L.D. She's a superb martial artist and also excels in using firearms. Hawkeye is next. He put up a great fight against Black Widow while mind controlled, but ultimately lost. He was able to kill many Chitauri aliens in the Battle of New York. He has near perfect aim with his bow. Black Widow's at the top of the tier. She was able to beat a mind-controlled Hawkeye and beat many armed men while tied to a chair. She has literally superhuman agility and her combat skills are one of the best in the MCU. Also, I forgot her absolute pounding on Happy Hogan. Rip the GOAT. The Warriors tier is a tier filled with characters that have superhuman attributes. The Warriors 3 are elite level Asgardian soldiers, able to kill frost giants like they were low level fodder. They have enhanced strength and durability, able to tank hits by the Destroyer armor, but ultimately they got destroyed by it. Lady Sif is up next. She's relative to the Warriors 3, also being an elite level Asgardian warrior. She's one of the most feared Asgardian warriors with enhanced strength and durability. The Red Skull has high intelligence and superhuman strength, able to easily dent metal. He's able to go blow to blow with Captain America, ultimately trying to use the Tesseract to beat him, which ultimately led to his downfall. Captain America is up next. He was superior to Red Skull in hand-to-hand combat. His shield is made of vibranium and able to withstand pretty much anything, even a strike from Thor's hammer. He fought against Loki but ultimately lost even when Loki wanted to be captured. He was able to chase after a car and rip a car door off its hinges, showing his superhuman speed and strength. Frigga, the mother of Thor, is superhumanly strong and durable. She is able to wield Asgardian magic, even teaching Loki. She has better feats in Phase 2 of the MCU, but in Phase 1 she got one shot by Laufey, the king of the Frost Giants. Heimdall is at the top of this tier. Loki implies that Heimdall's powers can equal Odin or even surpass him. Heimdall was also able to break out of being frozen by the casket of ancient winters. He is all-seeing and has strength and durability that match even the strongest of Asgardians. Elite Warrior tier is filled with characters that can destroy cities with ease. At the bottom of this tier is the Ironmonger. He was beaten Mark III Iron Man suit, but granted this isn't really impressive because Iron Man was forced to use his first arc reactor, which was built in a cave with a box of scraps. His suit isn't agile at all and has gaps in it which Iron Man was able to expose. War Machine is next up. He used the Mark II War Machine armor against Whiplash in their final battle. This armor was relative to Tony Stark's Mark V armor. Granted, some of his weapons didn't work. Both the Mark V and the Mark II War Machine armor just about beat Mark II Whiplash armor due to some clever thinking by Tony Stark. Whiplash Mark II is up next. For most of the final battle, Whiplash was able to beat the Mark V Iron Man armor and the Mark II War Machine armor at the same time until Tony came up with a genius plan. Laufey, the king of the Frost Giants, is up next. He has superhuman strength and durability, and he's able to create any ice weapon he wants with his hands. He was able to take Odin's eye and one-shot Frigga. He was only defeated when Loki betrayed him and killed him with Gungnir. Loki has a lot of magical abilities in the MCU. He was able to kill Laufey, granted he had Gungnir. He beat Captain America even when he wanted to be captured. He also put up a decent fight against Thor in Avengers Assemble, even able to use his blades to stab through him. He also tricked Thor numerous of times, but he lost to Iron Man in the Mark VII suit and got pounded by Hulk into a state of utter shock.
Puny God.
Iron Man in the Mark VII suit was able to beat Loki, granted he wanted to be captured. He also got charged up by Thor and was able to knock Thor back. He was also not affected by the Mind Stone. He was able to destroy the Shatari mothership with a nuke. Along with Tony Stark's superhuman intelligence, the suit gives him flight, superhuman strength and durability, and many weapons to beat opponents. The Team Destroyer tier are characters that are too strong or durable to even be affected by any of the other people in this tier list. At the bottom of this tier is the Destroyer armor, able to shake off attacks by the Warriors 3 and Lady Sif, even when they are using Asgardian weapons. He was able to one-shot all of them. I believe that Iron Man doesn't have the firepower to take him out, and one shot by the Destroyer's beam will probably be able to critically damage Iron Man's suits. And Loki was able to take a hit from the Destroyer weapon, but I think enough of these hits will eventually take him down. Second from the bottom is Abomination. He has super strength and durability, and was beating the Hulk until Hulk got stronger and ultimately beat him. Pre-awakened Thor is up next, able to beat Loki, destroy the Bifrost, and able to tank hits dealt by the Hulk. Thor in Phase 1 is relative to the Hulk, basically having an even fight with him, with the Hulk slightly edging him out. Also, once he got his hammer back and powers, he pretty easily beat the Destroyer armor. I talked about people fighting the Hulk, but ultimately, in Phase 1, Hulk is the strongest Avenger. He beat Abomination, slightly edged Thor in their fight. He one-shot Leviathan to display his immense strength. Thanos is at the top of this tier. Yes, I know he was in Avengers Assemble for like 2 seconds, but technically he was in Phase 1. Keep in mind, this is young Thanos, the same Thanos that was able to beat Worthy Cap, Endgame Thor, and Mark 85 Iron Man at the same time. Granted, Endgame Thor hasn't trained in 5 years, but still, he deserves to be at the top of this tier, and is levels above everyone in this tier. And the strongest character in Phase 1 is Odin. I know he has limited feats, but his statements are enough. Most of these statements are said outside Phase 1, but he did them before Phase 1 began. He was able to take away Thor's powers and banish Hela. He also beat a Surtur that was strong or even stronger than the one who destroyed all of Asgard and killed Hela. Here's the full tier list. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe and comment down below if I got this tier list right. Thanks.